Hi, my name is Kimberly Payne, and I'm one of the consultants and owners of Payne and Fraser Consultants based in Racine, Wisconsin. And I first want to start off by thanking you for the opportunity to apply for a grant for our project.
Hi, and I'm Marletta Tucker, and I'm also one of the co-owners of Payne and Fraser, located in Racine, Wisconsin.
Thank you again for this opportunity to share with you about our project that we're working on. The project is called Black Boys and Endangered Species, and the first phase of the project is a conference. We'll host a conference in our local community in November, on November 17th this year. And the goals of our conference are first to raise awareness in our community about the state of Black boys. We've set the conference up to have several speakers come in that will share data on local conditions, that will also share data on national conditions so that everyone at the conference is grounded in what is really going on with Black boys in our community and also in our country. Another goal of the conference is to learn about Black boys and the voices of Black boys and men. We have several speakers coming in that will share their stories and experiences as well as the successes they've been able to realize despite the adversity and challenging situations that have presented themselves. And lastly, the goal of this conference is to get some thinkers together and to start the process of problem solving around what can we do to make our community better for Black boys. And then lastly, we'll end with a call to action. Our call to action will be an opportunity for people to engage further and to really get together around some action planning that will impact our community.
And our purpose, what led us to do this conference, was really the condition of the Black boys in the city of Racine. And as we began to start looking at our data, we also noticed in some of the findings is that it's a condition across the state. So it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. And what can we do moving forward in supporting our Black boys and Black children who attend our public schools, who live in our current neighborhoods? What can we do in calling the leaders together and working with us and developing strategies and building this population?
And just to give you an idea of some of what we know about our local community, we're both educators, and when we look at data across the community for high school graduation for Black boys, in the state of Wisconsin, Black boys already graduate at nearly half the rate of their white counterparts. If we disaggregate the data even further and we look at Racine, we're even worse off than the rest of the state. Also, when we look at the criminal justice system and we talk about the prison pipeline, Wisconsin, specifically southeastern Wisconsin, has been cited on a national level as the #1 place in the United States for Black boys to enter the juvenile justice system and then enter prison as well.
And also data shows us that Wisconsin is the worst state in our country for the well-being of Black children in general. And that includes the education, that includes the health, that also includes just the death of Black children. So for that reason, we really believe that this is on time for us to host this event and to draw all leaders together so that we can address these issues with Black children in the state of Wisconsin, but solely in the city of Racine.
And we do consider ourselves to be in a crisis right now, just realizing that if we're not bringing some solutions to bear and addressing issues right now, we run the risk of losing future generations of Black boys and men. We'll lose them to many of the same systems that we just spoke of. And what we'll end up with is a very different landscape in terms of what our community looks like, what the business sector looks like, what neighborhoods look like, what our community looks like in its entirety. This conference has been a long time coming for us. It's been about 15 years since Arletta and I first had our first discussion about the state of Black boys in our community. At that point in time, we brought the ideas for this forward to the leadership within the community, and timing it wasn't received. And so 15 years later, we've launched out on our own and decided to take a different approach to the very same issue, because what we've realized is that in the absence of action, the problems persist and they actually get worse. So we want to dedicate ourselves to starting the awareness building, hearing from Black men and boys in their own voices, and then calling this community to action. Again, we thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you.